It's the moment of truth. We get to create our first pivot table. Now you can use the Excel file from the lesson viewer, which you can download so you can follow along and practice your own pivot table creation skills. So here we have source data within our source data worksheet. And a quick note, these are different worksheets. The entire workbook contains multiple worksheets. So here's our source data within the source data worksheet. And now if we want to create a pivot table, I'm just going to go to my pivot table worksheet and I'm going to click on Insert, and then I'm going to click Pivot Table, and now I get to choose my table or range. So I'm going to go ahead and choose my selection icon here and choose my range. And now I'm going to click on A1, and then I'm going to click Control Shift right arrow, Control Shift down arrow, and that selects all my records for me on the page automatically. Now all we have to do is click OK, and we have our pivot table. So we can now add stuff to our pivot table however we want. Now let's go over a different way real quickly. If you wanted to create a pivot table off of a table versus a range. See, this is just a range of data. So let's convert this to a table within Excel. So if we come in here and we format as table, and I'm just going to choose the first format option here and click OK. Now this is known as a table in Excel 2007. So now I just have to point my pivot table at that source data table. So once again, I'm just going to go back to my pivot table worksheet where I want to create my pivot table. Click Insert, click Pivot Table again, and then now I can come in here and choose my source data. And notice how it puts a table on there for me. That's my table name. It's Table 2. So I'm just going to click OK, and all I need in there is Table 2. And it creates my pivot table. So I don't have to select the entire range. So that makes it kind of nice. And it formats your source data real nicely. And then if you needed to filter on your source data, you could do so. So now we can just add fields to our pivot table.